Weak legs can steal your freedom, but 5 vegetarian foods can bring it back fast. Imagine this. You're over 50, and suddenly climbing stairs feels like a chore, or a short walk leaves your legs shaky and tired. It's a quiet thief, sneaking up on you until you're not as steady as you used to be. Now meet David, a 67-year-old who knows this story all too well. Just a year ago, his legs wobbled after standing for 10 minutes. He thought his active days were over, but then he discovered 5 simple foods that turned it all around. Today, he's walking 3 kilometers a day with a spring in his step, and he's here to share how you can stop weak legs fast too. Ready to fight back? Let's jump in. Do your legs tire out quicker than they used to? Maybe you felt a little off balance, or those daily tasks, like carrying groceries or gardening, leave you aching. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Studies show 1 in 3 adults over 50 experiences muscle loss, and it hits your legs first. That weakness isn't just a nuisance, it's a warning. Weak legs raise your risk of falls, and those falls are serious business. Over 3 million emergency room visits happen every year because of them. David felt the warning signs too. His legs gave out during a walk, and he nearly hit the ground. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls annually, and he didn't want to be next. But here's the good news. You don't need fancy supplements or a meat-heavy diet to fix it. The right vegetarian foods can save the day. David's story started with frustration. At 67, he couldn't keep up with his grandkids anymore. His legs felt heavy, his steps unsteady. He chalked it up to age at first, but then he learned it wasn't just time taking its toll. It was a lack of key nutrients. Strong legs aren't a luxury. They're your ticket to staying independent. They keep you moving, prevent falls, and let you live life on your terms. Falls aren't just accidents. They're the leading cause of injury-related deaths for older adults, with 95% of hip fractures tied to them. David didn't want to lose his freedom to a stumble, so he turned to foods that fight back, and they worked fast. You can do the same, and it starts with what's already in your kitchen. Let's talk about the first food that stopped David's weak legs in their tracks: bananas. Ever wake up with a leg cramp that makes you grit your teeth? David did, almost every night. Then he added bananas, and those cramps vanished like magic. Why? Bananas are packed with potassium, a mineral that keeps your muscles steady and stops those painful spasms cold. They've got natural sugars too, giving you a quick energy boost to power through your day. David started eating one every morning, pairing it with a smear of almond butter for a tasty kick. The first week, he felt his legs lighten up. No more cramps, just steady strength. It's so simple. 1 banana a day can fuel your muscles and keep you moving without that shaky feeling. Next up is the second food that turned David's legs around: chia seeds. These tiny powerhouses might look small, but they pack a serious punch. After months of wobbly steps, David's joints ached, and his strength was fading, until he tried chia seeds. They're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids that cut inflammation, easing joint pain fast. Plus, they've got calcium and magnesium to strengthen your bones and muscles, and protein to keep you going. David soaks a tablespoon in water overnight for a quick pudding. Sometimes he adds a splash of almond milk for flavor. Within days, his legs felt firmer. After a month, he was walking farther without that old fatigue. Chia seeds aren't just a trend. They're a leg-saving secret you can start using today. Why do these foods matter so much? Because weak legs don't just slow you down. They threaten everything you love. David almost gave up his walks with his dog, his time in the garden, his independence, all because his legs couldn't keep up. But bananas and chia seeds changed the game. Potassium from bananas stopped his cramps, while chia's omega-3s and protein rebuilt his strength from the inside out. Studies back it up. Strong legs cut your fall risk and boost mobility. People who maintain them are 41% less likely to face limitations as they age. David's proof. At 67, he's not just steady, he's thriving. You don't need a complicated plan. These foods are your first step to fighting back. Think about your own legs for a moment. Maybe you felt that tiredness creeping in, or a wobble when you least expect it. David did too. But here's the exciting part. You can stop it fast. Bananas and chia seeds aren't exotic. They're in your grocery store, waiting to help. David started with bananas because cramps were his biggest fight. Chia came next when he saw his joints needed support. In weeks, he felt a shift. Stronger steps, less pain, more energy. Your legs deserve that too. And it's so easy to start. Which one's calling you? Press 1 in your mind for bananas, 2 for chia seeds, and drop it in the comments so we can cheer you on. Stick around. 3 more foods are coming up to seal the deal. David's legs are stronger now at 67. Bananas stopped his cramps, and chia seeds rebuilt his strength, turning shaky steps into steady strides. But he didn't stop there. 2 more foods took his leg power to the next level, and they're just as simple and vegetarian as the first 2. These aren't rare superfoods you'll hunt down. They're everyday staples that pack a punch for your muscles, joints, and energy. David's walking 3 kilometers a day now, and these next picks are a big reason why. Let's dive into the 2 foods that fueled his legs even further, and how you can use them to stop weak legs fast too. First up, almonds, the little nuts that eased David's soreness and kept him going. After months of feeling his legs ache after every walk, David started munching on almonds, and the difference was like night and day. Why? Almonds are loaded with vitamin E and healthy fats that fight inflammation, perfect for calming down those stiff, sore muscles and joints. They've got magnesium too, a mineral that keeps your muscles firing smoothly and stops cramps before they start. Plus, the protein and fiber in almonds give you steady energy. No more fading halfway through your day. David grabs a handful every afternoon, and it's like a reset button for his legs. Steady, strong, and pain-free. How does he eat them? It's so easy you'll wonder why you haven't tried it yet. David keeps it simple. A small handful of raw almonds, about 15 to 20, as a quick snack between meals. Sometimes he sprinkles sliced almonds over his morning oatmeal for a crunchy boost, or tosses them into a smoothie with his banana. He even tried making a quick almond butter spread. Just blend them up and smear it on toast. The first time he added almonds, he felt his legs lighten up. Less soreness, more stamina. After a week, he could stand longer without that old ache creeping in. Almonds aren't just a treat, they're a leg-strengthening powerhouse you can start enjoying today. Next on David's list, lentils, the tiny legumes that rebuilt his muscles from the ground up. David's legs used to tire out fast. He'd feel them weaken after just 10 minutes of walking. Then he added lentils, and it was like giving his muscles a repair crew. Lentils are packed with plant-based protein, the building block that fixes muscle tissue and stops weakness in its tracks. They've got iron too, boosting circulation so your legs get the oxygen they need. No more sluggish feeling. And with potassium and magnesium, they team up to keep cramps away and your muscles steady. David calls lentils his secret weapon. They turned his wobbly legs into a solid foundation. Getting lentils into your day is a breeze, and David's got the tricks to prove it. He loves a warm lentil soup. Just simmer them with veggies and spices for a cozy meal that fills you up and fuels your legs. Sometimes he tosses cooked lentils into a salad with a bit of olive oil, or mixes them into a grain bowl with rice and greens. His favorite? A hearty spiced lentil curry. It's tasty and keeps his energy steady all day. The first bowl he tried, he felt his legs perk up. Less fatigue, more power. After a month, he could walk farther without stopping. Proof that lentils don't just taste good, they rebuild what weakness takes away. You can start small, 1 serving a week, and watch your legs respond. These 2 foods, almonds and lentils, are David's next step to unstoppable legs, and they're so easy to love. Almonds tackle the soreness and keep his energy flowing. That vitamin E and magnesium make every step feel lighter. Lentils repair his muscles and boost his circulation. The protein and iron mean he's not dragging his feet anymore. Together, they're a 1-2 punch against weak legs, and David's living proof. At 67, he's not just walking, he's thriving, gardening without pain, chasing his grandkids without a wobble. You don't need a chef's kitchen or hours of prep. These foods fit right into your life, delivering strength where you need it most. Why should you care? Because your legs deserve more than tiredness and aches. They deserve to carry you through every moment you love. David almost lost that. His walks got shorter, his confidence faded, but almonds and lentils brought it back. Studies show strong legs improve circulation. Up to 40% of adults over 50 deal with swelling and cramps from poor blood flow, and these foods fix that fast. They support your joints too. Nearly 50% of folks over 65 fight joint pain, but stronger muscles ease the load. David's not special. He's just a guy who found what works. You can feel it too. Less weakness, more freedom, all from a handful of nuts and a bowl of beans. Caught yourself feeling that leg fatigue lately? David did, but he fought back with almonds and lentils, and you can too. Which one's sparking your interest? Press 1 in your mind for almonds, 2 for lentils, and drop it in the comments so we can cheer you on. David started with almonds because they're so easy. Lentils came next when he saw his muscles needed more. In weeks, he was stronger. Imagine that for you. One more food's coming up to seal the deal, plus some tricks to double the power. Stick around, because your legs are about to thank you. David's nearly unstoppable at 67. Bananas kicked his cramps to the curb. Chia seeds rebuilt his strength. Almonds eased his soreness, and lentils fueled his muscles. He's walking 3 kilometers a day now, steady as ever. But one final food sealed the deal, and it's a game changer you'll wish you tried sooner. This last pick, plus a few smart tricks, turned David's weak legs into a powerhouse of stamina and stability. Let's wrap up with the 5th food that keeps him going. See the incredible results he's living, and get you started on your own leg-saving plan. Your freedom's waiting. Here's the final food that gave David the edge. Spinach, the leafy green that boosted his stamina to new heights. After months of tiring out fast, David added spinach, and it was like flipping a switch on his energy. Why? Spinach is packed with iron, a nutrient that fights fatigue by pumping oxygen to your leg muscles. No more fading mid-walk. It's got calcium and vitamin K too, strengthening your bones to keep fractures at bay, and magnesium to stop those sneaky cramps. David felt his legs dragging before. Now they're steady and strong. Spinach isn't just salad filler. It's a leg-strengthening superstar that keeps you moving longer. How does David eat it? He keeps it simple and tasty, and you can too. 3 times a week, he sautés a handful with garlic and olive oil. A quick side that's bursting with flavor and nutrients. Sometimes he tosses fresh spinach into a salad with a splash of lemon, or blends it into a smoothie with his banana for a double dose of power. The first time he tried it, he felt his legs perk up. Less heaviness, more endurance. After a month, he could walk those 3 kilometers without a break. Proof that spinach doesn't just nourish, it transforms. You don't need a big recipe. A few servings a week can lift your legs from week to wow. What's the payoff? David's living it at 67, and it's incredible. In just weeks of adding these 5 foods, bananas, chia seeds, almonds, lentils, and spinach, his legs steadied up fast. Cramps stopped, soreness faded, and his steps got surer. A few months later, he's stronger than he's been in years, walking 3 kilometers daily, gardening without a wince, keeping up with his grandkids like it's nothing. These aren't miracles. They're simple vegetarian foods doing their job. Studies back it up. Strong legs cut fall risk. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls yearly, and boost mobility by 41%. David's not just avoiding falls, he's thriving. And it started with a banana and a handful of greens. But here's a heads up. These foods are powerful, but balance is key. David learned spinach and almonds have oxalates. Too much could risk kidney stones if you're prone. So he pairs them with calcium-rich foods like chia or dairy to keep it safe. Lentils can bloat if you're new to them. He soaks them first to ease digestion. Bananas pack potassium and sugar. Great unless your kidneys or blood sugar need watching. So 1 a day's his limit. Chia seeds expand. He soaks them to avoid discomfort and checks with his doctor since they thin blood a bit. It's not about fear. It's about smart eating. Listen to your body and ask a pro if you're unsure. Want to double the power? David pairs these foods with a few easy habits. He stretches his legs daily. 5 minutes of calf and thigh stretches keep them loose and ready. He sips water all day. Hydrated muscles are strong muscles, and it fights the swelling 40% of adults over 50 face. He walks briskly too. A steady pace amps up what these foods do. These tricks don't take much, but they've made his legs unstoppable. And here's a bonus. Next week, we're dropping 3 leg exercises to boost your strength even more. Simple moves to pair with these foods for double the win. You won't want to miss it. Your legs are in for a treat. Why does this matter? Because your legs aren't just for walking. They're your freedom, your independence, your joy. David almost lost that. His walk shrank. His confidence wobbled. But these 5 foods brought it all back. Bananas stopped his cramps. Chia seeds fixed his joints. Almonds eased his pain. Lentils rebuilt his muscles. And spinach gave him stamina. At 67, he's not sitting on the sidelines. He's living loud, steady, and strong. You don't need a diet overhaul or hours in the kitchen. Just these foods, a little care, and a willingness to start. Your legs deserve it, and the results come fast. So, what's your next step? David's stronger at 67 because he didn't wait, and you shouldn't either. Why not pick one today? Grab a banana for breakfast, toss some spinach in your lunch. It's that easy to stop weak legs fast. Which one's your first move? Press 1 in your mind for spinach, 2 for bananas, and drop it in the comments so we can root for you. Share your results too. The best stories get featured next time. Hit that subscribe button now. Those 3 leg exercises are coming, and we're keeping your legs strong together. David's proof it works. Imagine what you'll feel in just a few weeks. Before we go, picture David one last time. At 67, he's not shaky or tired. He's walking tall, thanks to these 5 foods and a handful of smart habits. Your legs have carried you this far. Now it's your turn to carry them forward. A banana, a sprinkle of chia, a handful of almonds, a bowl of lentils, a plate of spinach. That's all it takes to fight back against weakness. Start small, build up, and watch the strength roll in. Next week's exercises will take it further. Subscribe and stay tuned. Your legs are ready, are you?